Hello everybody, this is the new project. This is some 1970s, I'm assuming, end table. Octagon in shape with a door. And we are going to make a doghouse end table out of it. Yep, that's what we're going to do. I don't know if you can see, but it's got a little water warping. I have to get my finger on there, because it's obviously pressed wood. So, first thing we're going to do is sand that down, peel off the vinyl, because I'm sure there's vinyl. Take that door off, get it spray painted. We'll get the inside wallpapered, make a cushion to fit. Possibly get some glass or acrylic on top, depends on how that goes. Being pressed wood, you never know. If the spray paint holds up well, I may just pour a resin type tabletop on it. It's cheaper than getting acrylic or glass, but we'll see. So let's get started. Isn't that a lovely 1980s look? Look at that. And that handle stays up. It doesn't go back down. It's just solid that way. So what we're going to do now is take the screws out of that hinge and that hinge, and then see, I'm assuming we'll have to fill in some holes with some wood putty. And then we'll get this wiped down, peel off any vinyl that's coming up. Sand that edge a little smooth too, because of course pressed wood, it has water damage. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you can kind of see. I got that nice and smooth now. There's no lip. Okay. Let's see if I can set you somewhere. There we go. Alright. Get the other one out, we'll take the door off. Okay, those are our big damaging screw holes. So I think we've sanded those smooth, put a little wood putty in there, that'll be just fine. Easy to paint over and hide. And then of course, we now have an entryway. Now, I'm sure you cat people out there would remind me that this would make a lovely way to hide cat box. You know, you can put the opening toward the back, because a cat could easily get in there. And off in the utility room, laundry room, wherever you normally hide it, it'd make a nice table. Nice way to hide what you really have going on. And yes, I know it's a lovely look, but this is important. This is a medical mask, but it's just enough to keep the dust out of my lungs, because I have no idea what this thing is made of besides pressed wood and vinyl paper. God only knows what's been put on it, spilled on it, could have mold in it. I don't know. These, obvious. So, very important. Use the safety equipment. It's not that hard. Even if you have, glasses sitting around, it's better than nothing. It's not attractive, but that's not what we're here for. No, let's not do that with that. Alright. Obviously, safety equipment's important. Glasses to protect your eyes from whatever comes flying off as you're standing. And this, albeit just a surgical mask, because I have a lot of those around the house for obvious reasons right now. It's enough to keep the gunk out of my lungs. If I need one, I do have a full respirator mask. But I don't know what this table was made out of besides pressed wood and vinyl paper. I don't know what chemicals they've had on it. And because of the lifting, for all I know, there's mold under there. And I'm not inhaling that. So, let's get to it. You don't want anything catching. I have quite a bit of lifting right here, and I'm going to say that they put a veneer on top instead of vinyl paper, which is good and not good at the same time. So we'll get quite an edge all the way around. So I'm going to have to use my most aggressive sandpaper and keep sanding away. this is a cute piece. This is meant to be your nightstand, somewhere your dog can hang out when he's in your room, maybe in your rec room, you know, depending on how fun your family room is. So, hurt number 2. About this style of table is that we can make a little room out of it. So on the inside I might hang a little sign, which is basically going to be a sticker that says Home Sweet Home, something along those lines. Maybe a picture of an old dog, you know, grandma. Then of course we'll make a pillow for the bottom that's washable and reversible. And maybe a couple little ones, you know, bolster type round pillows to go along the wall to make it look like a big plush pad. I'm going to donate this one, and hopefully it'll be auctioned off for, you know, $100 if I'm lucky, if you're lucky. But if you have like a regular 4-legged end table, just turn it upside down and you've got 4 legs sticking out. That hollowed out center is a great place to put the pillow, and then you can either make a canopy bed out of it or a 4-poster out of it. It's cute, it's adorable. Just put something on the bottom, felt or what have you, so it doesn't hard the floors. You put cork, you get the idea. I haven't found an end table I can't use yet, except for the ones with the drawers. As long as you can either secure the drawer, or if the drawer is the style that the bottom, there's a piece of wood there, so you can put the bed on it and the drawer will still come out. Sometimes you can even flip the drawers upside down and still have a usable drawer. Now that's kind of, you know, a rare, but you can find it. Otherwise you can just glue the drawer shut, or take it out and just put a piece of board along that edge, and that can be your backside. Because a lot of times, you know, you have an opening and you don't want that. Alright, back to sanding, because now I'm just stalling. Okay. That's pretty good. Nice and smooth. Got some glue rolling up, of course, because this is a glued-on veneer. But, tack cloth to it. Nothing wet. I know the temptation, but don't do it. Now we're ready for some primer. Okay, you can see this is the plastic piece I was talking about that they stick in the center. They route a groove right in there, and then of course it presses in. Over time it always shrinks, and then you end up with this lovely gap. So a little wood putty in there solves the problem, especially since we're going to paint over it. And that's what we just want to hide that as best we can. Wood putty will do it just fine in our case. If I was restoring this table, I don't know why I would, it's pressed wood, but I would do something a little differently, take it off, fill that in with wood putty, you know. I know when we spray paint, we all want to go heavy, heavy, heavy and get it covered all in one coat, but you dare not do that because you'll get runs and then you get to go back to the sandpaper. So it's got a light mist coat, and tomorrow it will have a heavier one. And then I'll start painting. And I lied, it's not stone paint, it's aged metal. It kind of has a, oh, my husband, the car guy, would say it has a fish-eyed look, like it gets little oil spots in it that bubble up. It makes it look like hammered metal, but that helps hide a lot of imperfections you're going to have when you have mixed textured surfaces like this with a veneer and the pressed wood and then a plastic edge. And the more I look at this, the more I think I'm going to pour a resin tabletop on it rather than try to do acrylic or glass. Getting glass cut for this would probably be $100, which seems ridiculous. Getting acrylic cut, I can do myself, but it scratches immediately, and, you know. At least if you use a tabletop resin, there's oils and things you can put on it, not unlike your car headlights when they go yellow and foggy. Same kind of thing. So I think we're good to go until tomorrow. I'll let this dry overnight, and we'll put another coat of primer on tomorrow. And it won't be complete coverage. That's not what we're looking for here. We're just looking to even up the textures, because this raw edge here of the pressed wood is going to be far more absorbent than this veneer, and certainly than this plastic. This is going to be the least, this will be second, this will be third. So we don't want it to have an uneven look when we put the paint on it that's the actual finish. Granted, if I pour resin on top, none of that will matter, but you would see it in a color variance on the spray paint under the resin. So, I think we're good to go for tonight. And you can see I didn't really bother with the walls. I will put a light mist on it just so they don't appear so dark, because I have a unique wallpaper, quote unquote, for that. And there, you can see one of the little pieces that hold it together, and those are one of the things I'm concerned about a dog chewing on. So, we will help hide that with the pillow in part, but also we'll put some bitter apple on it. Here we are at day 2. Yeah. I found the perfect wallpaper, also known as contact paper. Come on, let's focus. As you can see, it's gray, and it looks like paneling. It actually kind of has a marine feel, like it's been water worn. So I think that'll be great on the inside. Alright, as you can see, this is not gray. It's not gray. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, I'm sure you can. See the lovely runs? I'm going to insert a picture here of the new Rust-Oleum spray can. Do not buy this spray can. It took me 2 hands to get anything to come out, and when it did, sometimes it was a light mist, sometimes it was regular spray, and sometimes it was just like water, and it just came out way too fast. And that's if you could get it to spray at all. I had 2 of them that would not spray at all. The only one that would. It took me 2 hands, as I said, and no matter how I pressed on it, there was no controlling what came out. So goodbye to that. Instead, I found some with the old lids, meaning the old nozzles. Get it lid off without making you seasick. You know, the stuff. But they also had this one in black, which is my preferred. A little more universal color for most people. And that still works with my chosen wallpaper inside, etc. And then I'll make the dog bed either in black on one side, red on the other, or black and cream, something along those lines. That way if you have a light dog, you can put the light color up. The hair won't show up so much. If you're a dark dog, dark color up, etc. You get it. Okay. Got it in the house now. I've mixed up a small amount of Famo wood glaze coat, tabletop clear coat. It's a just nice, thick, shiny coat, so you don't have to spray 8,000 coats of spray clear or anything else on it. So I mixed it up, following instructions. And now I'll just spread it around. And to be nice, I will fast forward this part for you. You don't need to see this for 20 minutes. So here we go, fast forward. Now we need the paintbrush. And catch some of the drips that are coming off. And just kind of smooth out that edge. Now what I will probably end up having to do, because I like this to be very thick and shiny. I know it's a doghouse, but it's also somebody who's going to use it as an end table or nightstand table. And believe it or not, spray paint does not work well as a tabletop, no matter what they would have you believe. Especially a specialty finish like this. it almost forms a sheet of vinyl, okay? It doesn't sink in like an enamel paint, oil-based paint, acrylic paint. It literally makes a skin. So, having said that, said skin does not take to extremely hot or extremely cold beverages very well. So, we come around and we just kind of scrape that under edge a couple times because this is going to drip. And it's going to drip, drip, drip. And apparently, I thought it was level. Apparently it is not. So, what I'm going to have to do is level it. That will happen occasionally when you're stupid and you don't take the time to check, which I didn't recheck. Bad. So, I knew better, but I didn't. So, what we need is something we can lift up the table and somewhat level it with. Okay. Alright, so now the table's level. It's got a coat on. We're through the fast forward. I am going to take a paintbrush and I'm just going to go around these edges, catch any big drips. And I'm going to do that a couple times over the first 6 to 12 hours, depending on how long it takes before the drops stop. Now you can sand them off, but it can take some time because this stuff dries pretty darn hard, let me tell you. That's kind of the point, isn't it? So, and we do want it to have a good coat anyway. Now, the problem is the air bubbles. I am not going to sit here with a straw. But you gotta move quick because you don't want to burn either it will discolor, it will turn brown. I'm going to give it a few minutes, let any bubbles come up to the surface. Not that they're warm. Give it another pull off. Now, I don't know if you can see it in that camera angle, but I have this table leveled out. I've used a level. I have it sitting on garbage bags, and they are sitting on cardboard. There's a reason for that. I'm in a carpeted room. Yep, this carpet needs to be replaced. Put this carpet in 2007. It needs to be replaced. So, still don't want sticky, resiny, gooey spots. And sometimes resin can eat through plastic. Occasionally you get what I call stubborn bubbles. And here's how we handle stubborn bubbles. It's awfully thin back here. Hopefully the table being level will help it flow back here. Although this is my first coat, I do plan on doing a second. So I can always check my level. Who knows, maybe I went down and shifted the level. It is cardboard under there, which is soft. wipe that down with a tack cloth. You can wipe it down with any kind of oil-free cleaner, glass cleaner, rubbing alcohol, but you got to let it dry thoroughly because it will get trapped in those little cracks and swirls we just made. So let me get to that and I'll be right back.